G'day, Pilgrim. This chapter doesn't sugarcoat fear. It sounds like the world is coming undone, but then Jeremiah names his anchor, a stronghold. Not denial, not bravado, a place where our inner life can remain steady when the world seems unsafe. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 7. Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord. What's the difference between these two forms of trust? The first is maybe like a bit of an amateur level of commitment, and the second is a much deeper, sort of more professional level of commitment and reliance. The first one is like maybe an occasional enjoyment. The second one is the deepening of this enjoyment into an internalized default way of operating in the world. Everything else revolves around this activity, whereas the amateur fits it into his other activities. And this is where God's trying to get us to. There's nothing wrong with consciously trying to reach out and pray and include God in our lives. That's good. But when our internalized operating system defaults to revolving around God first, we become sensitized to nudges and circumstances and intuitions that are continually in sync with what God's wanting and thinking for us too. Being completely dedicated to our craft of doing what we are instantaneously and instinctively ready to respond to, like any prompting, no matter whether it's foolish or not, it doesn't matter what it seems to the world, we aren't looking for the world's approval. We're seeking the glorious throne of power and beauty in verses 12 to 13. It has existed from the beginning of time, and which is the fountain of living water. This is the very source of life and reality itself. And this is a magnificent chapter. I love the poetic images of God writing with an iron pen, diamond tip, and in the picture of the partridge that gathers a brood which he didn't even hatch. There are so many pithy lessons here, but the most memorable one, apart from the large chunk at the end of this chapter that describes how important one rest day per week is verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately incurable. We have no problem acknowledging that nobody's perfect. Nobody's heart is perfect. Our hearts are incurably flawed. The idealistic fools who think that the human heart is good are doomed to catastrophe and are naively dangerous. Let God be our refuge in the day of evil, as it says in verse 17. This is a magnificent chapter, and I haven't even begun to plumb its depths. Remember, a chapter a day keeps the meaningless away. Love you guys.